got some water in there, man.
There's water in there, but there's cover, and there's a safe place to build fire right out here. There is no perfect shelter spot. That's only in the survival books, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How many flares do we have? Just one?
We got one. It's a one-shot deal. You gotta have good dexterity in your hands to be able to make friction fire, and everything's wet right now out here anyway, so flare gun may be the best option.
All bets are on that flare gun. We need to diversify tasks.
I'll get the fire ready.
Okay, I'm gonna clear out this snow and then get some boughs.
All right, man, let's get it done. I've got boots on. It's easy for me to roam this place real quick and find the dry wood to put on that fire with. A lot easier than it is for Cody. So his tasks are gonna be right there by the camp so he can minimize his amount of walking through the snow in his wool socks. Looking for good firewood in this place is pretty bad. It's tough.
Flares contain potassium perchlorate, a powerful oxidizer, but it burns off in just a few seconds. Extremely flammable tinder is the only thing that can catch the short-lived flame.
As you can tell by looking around here, this place is soaking wet.
Dried moss is flammable and burns quickly, but may not catch long enough to create a fire.
I'm gonna put some in my pocket and use body heat to start to dry some of it out. Okay, where's the target area for this flare gun?
I think we're talking right here in this hole. Right to the back of the fire bed right here.
This flare, it's a wild card. We just need to rock and roll and see what happens. Okay, you got the target area, man?
I got it,
Okay,
Cody.
let's rock and
You
roll. I'll
ready?
run down there. I'm ready to run down there.
When Dave sets off the flare, they have seconds to ignite their tinder before the flame burns out.
All right, brother, fire in the hole. Oh, Cody, damn thing didn't go anywhere.
Get some more small stuff. It's too wet.
Yeah, it's not dry enough.
Too wet, too wet, too wet. No, I can't see what I'm doing because of the smoke.
That old man's beard in there, maybe.
Yeah, here, let me get this.
You got it?
It's too wet. Come on.
Hey, it's too wet back in there.
Come on.
That's what I thought. All right, Cody, blow her to life, baby. Getting that fire started is very much like giving a human body CPR. Cody's in there just going at it and going at it and going at it, and he wasn't giving up, and he wasn't letting it go until he got that fire going.
Watch out.
I'm gonna keep piling the smaller tinder on there as you're putting the bigger stuff on, man. There's only 3 ways that you can heat your body. You can have clothes on, you can eat food, or you can build fire. Fire is like God in a situation like this. Hey, man, what's up?
The final priority before heading back into the jungle, fire.
Let's see what we got here.
Without a match or lighter,
that off.
Dave and Cody turn to the contents of their backpack for an alternative fire starter.
We might be able to light a fire with this lens.
Absolutely.
Try to get it out of here.
Yep, we're gonna have to break this open to get this out of here because it's screwed together. The lens on that camera is absolutely a ticket for starting this fire. Look at that, baby. How sweet is that?
Nice.
It's even convex on one side, that's beauty.
Well, that's the bomb right there.
Oh, yeah. See what you got.
The convex lens focuses photons, heat-carrying particles from the sun, into a single point.
Gotta keep going, man. Get a good cherry on there. There's a trick to this whole thing that You have to concentrate this light in as small a beam as you can to get this to work. There it goes.
There we go. Great job, Canterbury.
You got fire, brother. You know, everything out here is absolutely soaking wet. Oh, no, this is what I'm talking about right here. This looks really good. It's not perfectly dry by any means, but it's definitely shelter, and there's a lot of escape routes for smoke. This big piece of wood right here is an exposed root from this tree, but it makes a fairly dry shelter for this situation.
What do you got here?
Well, this is a Mother Nature special.
Damn. Dave and I have a metal match, and we can get a good spark off that. So we have an ignition source, but even though we have that modern tool to make fire, it's gonna be a super challenge out here to pull off any sort of fire.
Even with a metal match, the spark needs to touch dry tinder for any chance of ignition.
What I'm doing is I'm creating surface area. I'm taking these fairly large pieces of cedar bark and breaking them down.
Fire is absolutely critical to this situation right now. If you're wet and the temperatures are dropping, and you've got a Mother Nature shelter that's about half at best as far as keeping out the cold weather, you gotta have fire, or you're gonna get hypothermic and die.
Just a 3-degree drop in body temperature will trigger hypothermia.
I can't touch my thumb to my pinky. My dexterity is so it's very difficult to do what I'm doing with this metal match and the back of my knife.
Looks like you got it, man.
Okay, it's lit, but we're not out of the danger zone. We're gonna need a hell of a lot more than this stuff, because it's gonna be a hellfest trying to dry this stuff out.
You can have a raging fire for 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden, the moisture in the wood begins to suck the heat out of your fire again, and your fire goes out, and you're screwed.
Come on, baby.
All right, Cody, here's some more stuff, man.
I hate to send you out again, but
I know you need a lot.
to go out.
I know, man, I know.
Look at that. Look at the moisture in that thing. Bam, it finally breaks. You gotta stack that wood around the radiant heat you've already created. Pre-drying out the wood before you use it. Anyone in this situation that's trying to use fire to prevent hypothermia doesn't just need to light fire. They need to know how to sustain fire all night long.
Night temperatures can drop to the 20s in the Olympic forest. In the rain, hypothermia starts to set in at 40 degrees.
Well, we're starting to get a bed of coals in here now, finally. Just gonna have to keep the wood drying out next to the fire over there.
The plan for tonight is pretty much a done deal.
Feed the fire and stay warm.
What about
Dry
tomorrow?
out. Well, we gotta travel. West is the coast. But to move, we gotta secure some food.
And so the next thing on the menu is a menu. The alternative is not pretty.